Tweed be agreed to. I call the Minister for Tourism and Major Events and member for the Northern Tablelands.
Thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker. I rise to support the motion moved by my colleague, the member for Tweed, and I thank him for bringing this matter before the House this morning. Just to make it clear, and listening to the contributions that have already been made, and I think it's important in this debate, as all debates about daylight saving do, evoke somewhat emotional responses, both pro and anti, but to try and distill that, this motion that the member for Tweed has brought forward today is not about whether this state should have daylight saving or not. It's a debate about the length of period of daylight saving, which is currently 6 months. It's about removing the final month, so bringing it back to a 5-month period. What this motion seeks to do is to also reverse the changes that were made about a decade ago in this parliament, which actually extended the daylight saving period by 6 weeks, I believe, a month at the end and 2 weeks at the start of daylight saving. This is an issue that certainly provokes a strong discussion and strong debate throughout country New South Wales. And in my electorate of Northern Tablelands, the whole northern boundary of my electorate is the New South Wales-Queensland border. And I have a number of communities that are on that border that deal with the very real impacts of lengthy daylight saving periods. It's not just about the school children having to wait at bus stops in the dark in the morning, which is a serious issue, because in my electorate, covering nearly 60,000 square kilometres, students travel for hours and hours each day to get to school. And you know, over the course of the last 12 to 18 months, I've had numerous letters from people in my electorate detailing the impact that it has on their children, particularly primary school children that are trying to get to school to learn and then get them to bed to get a good night's sleep for school the next day. Mr Deputy Speaker, to highlight how important this issue is for a number of my constituents, last year almost 4,500 people, 4,492 people signed a petition to reduce the period of daylight saving by a month. In addition, there were 752 letters and emails from constituents that didn't sign the petition that wrote to me in support of this push. It is an issue which comes up from time to time, every year, and it is an issue which people believe impacts on their lives. Now, whilst there is a mixture of views from very pro, let's keep it at 6 months, let's even extend it, to let's get rid of it altogether, almost all people in country New South Wales agree that the last month is problematic. Why? Because daylight savings is actually strikes a good balance. It evens out so that no matter what time of the day, the people can carry out their daily work routines, and there'll be the same amount of daylight for their daily work routines. But the last month is problematic. I want to finish just by reading onto Hansard an extract of a letter I received from a lady called Robin in my electorate. Robin wrote to me and she said, "I realise that our city cousins outnumber us in the bush, but it doesn't mean our opinions don't matter. Our poor kids are forced to stand at bus stops when the sun is only just coming up. Please, please, I request that daylight saving finishes at the beginning of March, as it was many years ago, and we had no problems with it." Mr Deputy Speaker, I think that pretty much sums it up. That we're just asking for a better balance between the interests of coastal and city residents and those in the far west of New South Wales. No one is saying in this debate that we get rid of it, just that we modify it to better suit the work and lifestyle requirements of everyone in this state.